Hi there, welcome to this CRM video on how to add users and setting their CRM permissions. Within Prospect CRM, not only can you set up users, but you can also set up individual permissions based on the user's responsibilities. Please note you'll need Prospect CRM administrator rights to create users and amend user permissions. To manage the users of your system, navigate to admin.prospect365.com/users, as you can see that we're on right now. To create a new user, simply select Add User on the right hand side. This will then allow you to enter in the information about your user. Please note it's really important to ensure the information that is entered here is correct, especially the email address, as this will be used to send the invite to the user for access to the CRM. So I'm just going to put in some dummy information here. Okay, so now that we've entered in all of their personal details, if you click Invite User, that will then send an invite to the user so they can then access the Prospect CRM. Now that the user has been created, you'll be able to set certain permissions. So the Global Access and Permission section will allow you to set required licenses for the user, as well as the parts of the CRM and CMS that they can administer. So the first thing that we get to choose here is the account licensed user. So a paid license where the user will have access to all of the options selected under the roles section just below. So once this has been selected, this user will be added to your monthly invoice. So if you ever do click on the licensed user, then you will be paying for that license. We also have a free user option, so that's quite useful for somebody that might just need access to a PAT token to run dashboard reports in business intelligence tools such as Power BI, and you can also list them as account managers for reporting purposes. Then finally we have disabled, so this will be used for a user that has left the organisation and no longer requires access to the system. We've also got a tick box to mark that this person no longer works at the organisation. That is really useful for us to know, so if you can tick that if somebody has left, that is good for us to know. We then have the role section, so we have the Content Management Administrator. So this will allow you to create sites and publish changes. We then have Content Management Publisher. So that will allow you to publish changes which have been made on the sites. It's also possible to determine which sites this user has access to. And then finally, we've also got the Content Management Editor. So that allows a user to access the CMS to manage sites, and it's also possible to determine which sites this user has access to as well. And then just to finish off, we have the Prospect 365 administrator right. So this gives a user the ability to set up new users and roles, so everything that we're doing in this video today. Next, we have the per profile access and permissions section. So the first one that we have is allow access to this profile. So if you do have two different profiles with us, maybe for two different sides of the business, then you can tick which profile this user can have access to. We've also got the account manager, so ticking this box will set the user as an account manager, and they will then be included in the account manager drop-downs within the CRM. We've also got the email marketing login, so if you do have Communicator, which is an integrated email marketing platform with us, if you have that ticked, then you'll be able to access that. We then have the customization dictionary. So within the CRM, you can group users into particular dictionaries. This can then be used to allow certain users to view certain information based on the layout changes you've done with the customizer. So making sure users are in the correct dictionary can be important if you have made changes based on dictionary to the layout. We've also got user groups, that's very similar to the above. User groups can help split and organise the users of the system. This can be used for reporting purposes to see information only from certain groups of users. We've also got the user signature. So here you can set what default signature this user will have when sending emails out via the CRM. So if you do have different email signatures set up in the CRM, you want to make sure that their default one is the correct one. We then have a series of different roles that they can have within the CRM. The first one that we have is the CRM administrator. This allows a user to update and alter admin tables within the CRM, as well as being able to delete records. So it is really important that if somebody does have that administrator right, that they are able to do all of the things below. So do make sure that it's given to the correct people. We've also got the CRM bulk update, which allows users to use our bulk updater to make changes to the system en masse. So again, that can be quite a powerful tool, so make sure that the people that have that right should do. We've also got the CRM delete, which allows a user to delete records within the CRM. CRM user, this must be ticked in order for the user to have access to the CRM, so make sure that is definitely ticked for your new user. We then have CRM print details. This option will allow the user to print out details of records from the CRM. This is information held about a certain record, such as name, address, phone number, etc. We've also got print list, and if this option is selected, then the user can print any information which is returned from the CRM as either a search or a report. Furthermore, this will also allow users to export reports to Excel. We then have the reporting authority, so this must be selected if the user is going to be creating custom reports for the CRM. And then finally, we have the product manager administrator. So this allows users to have administrator rights within the product manager, which is for the e-commerce offering that we have. So once you're happy with all the permissions that you've given your new user, just simply click Save Changes, and then all of your changes to that user's permissions will be saved.